You know, you really do hate to see it, but Resident Evil, who saw this coming? I don't know. Everyone that told you this thing was going to be absolute trash. You know, at first when I saw the trailer, I was like, cool, we got the lickers, we got the zombies, we got the doggos. But then when I went to watch the first episode, it was a complete and utter bag of garbage where a raccoon wouldn't even eat it at this point, even though it takes place in Raccoon City, where you think they would be abundantly everywhere. No, no, no. Resident Evil Netflix series, it was a trash fire out of the gate and into our homes. And hopefully you can delete this thing from memory. But you know what? This doesn't mean it will never come back. It means hopefully the next rendition of a Resident Evil series won't be this jump around crap writing that doesn't even make sense, where suddenly a hunter gatherer in a school is your best friend and enemy at the same time. This thing was a complete trash fire. And let's look at the final Rotten Tomatoes score on this thing, because I tell you, it's very telling on what we've seen. Well, Rotten Tomatoes final scores on this thing was a 55% for the critics, a 27% for the audience, which is absolutely abysmal. You know, sometimes you get these low scores and you can maybe take something from it. No, there was not much you could take from this show. This show was an absolute dumpster fire from the beginning. We all knew it was going to be that way, and this is what continues to happen. Netflix, Amazon, all these companies, they say they got to inject a narrative into these things, and honestly, that is what's destroying the industry. These people still made their money. They still made it no matter what, because they get cashed in on filming in locations. They get grants from government. Maybe you got to stop with the injection of a narrative and keep it normal. In shows like this doesn't tantalize the mind. This just creates a narrative that people don't want to see anymore. People want to see the flashy explosions, but don't want to be having a narrative shoved down their throat every time they turn on a movie, on a show. They just want to have a good time, and that is where this failed. Where the Resident Evil movies with Mila Jovovich did it very well. It was fun. It was exciting. Yeah, they were campy and B-rated. They kept that vibe of the original game, where it was a B-rated game. It was like an indie developer first coming out. Even though it was done by Capcom, it felt like an indie development series, and it more felt like Evil Dead than Resident Evil. And that is why the original games succeeded, and that's why the original movies succeeded, was they were able to capitulate that going forward. I know the original movies aren't up there on a top tier list for Resident Evil. What do you expect for a video game adaptation? And you know what? This is no Mario Brothers, and we're not even going to talk about this. I remember sites coming out saying, oh, this is the best rendition of a video game show ever, and yet it's being pulled. Netflix has pulled the series. It is no longer going to be making a second season. The thing was an absolute trash fire, much similar to the Cowboy Bebop that they attempted to put out there. They injected some sort of politics into it, some sort of ideology and narratives, and it just ruins this series, and it ruins the experience for the fans that like this genre. It ruins the experience for the people that are being introduced into it, because they're getting it shoved in their face. Like watching a hockey game where it's one-sided and the refs always call it one way. This needs to stop, and it needs to continue with something that people will love and enjoy. Something that honors the source material, and we see it time and time and time again, where they've got to put on the so-called modern spin on these things. And this isn't modernized. This is what they think modernization is going to be. This is up and coming. This is the new trendy thing. This is what people want. No, you're telling them what they want instead of giving them what they actually want, which is a absolute trash fire of a show with the original idea of it being a B-rated movie. Cheesy lines, good action, good explosions, and something that will do something more instead of getting the narrative flipped upside down like we continue to see today. Anyway, guys, if you like this one, do like, share, subscribe, and if you want to help the channel out, there's links in the description to do that as well. I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow. I'm just sitting here looking at this one going, we told you guys this is going to be bad, and look where it went. Anyway, guys, if you found this informative or fun, do like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.